ahead, go
I'm
ahead.
curious, like, does that give you any motivation? Have you thought about that at all for the series, or like?
No, no, it's part of the game. It was at the moment. I was talking about it, but it's part of the game, and teams gonna do anything they can to uh, try to disrupt your game. So it's part of it.
Speaking of trash talk, I guess Joe was kind of your go-to guy that kind of ruffled people's feathers. Do you have someone on your current team to kind of do that in a playoff series?
I think Hassan a little bit. Uh, yeah, Hassan can do that a little bit, but I don't want us to be necessarily talkers. I want us to let um, our physicality, our game, the way we play, uh, the chip that we have on our shoulder. I want that to define who we are. Talking. Some guys like to talk. Some guys rather not talk. But I think no matter what happens, is for us to stay focused and to stay together and don't let anything distract us. Is really the most important thing.
Luka seems to want you switched on to him because then you can't help elsewhere. How do you deal with that?
Lucas. I'm going to do what the game needs. And some situations, if I need to end up guarding him, I'm going to be guarding him. If I got to be somewhere else, I'll be somewhere else. But no matter what happens, I'm going to try to make sure that I'm at the right place at the right time.
You said Sunday night that this year's way different than last year, but that sometimes you enjoy kind of the role of being the challenger. Do you feel like you guys are being like overlooked this year, or?
I mean, we haven't accomplished anything, so it's okay. We gotta prove it. We gotta earn it. We had a great regular season last year, and we obviously we wanted to get further than the second round, and it didn't happen. We had some adversity, and the Clippers were the better team in the series, and now we have a different kind of opportunity. So I don't really blame people for overlooking us until we accomplish something.
Donovan's had the last 2 years been really, really special in the playoffs. Do you see like kind of a switch that he makes, or what kind of leads him to being that way?
I think for sure. His focus. I mean, I can see the way it's working even right now. Like in practice, before practice, after practice, everything he does is at a higher level. So definitely, and I think the playoffs is what it's about. It's about raising your level, and sometimes it's not necessarily about how many points, more points you're going to score, but for us to be able to raise the level as a team, raise our physicality, raise our communication. That's what I think really gonna help us take the next step.
Luka comes off that, they run that pick, comes off the right side. You switch out, you're isolated on Luka. What's going through your mind? What are the things that you're kind of taking in at that moment defensively as Luka's isolated on the right wing?
Just try to make him earn it. Make him score the toughest possible shot, and make sure that we don't give up nothing easy, and make sure we don't necessarily overhelp, give up an easy three or easy layup to someone else, and make him work, make him have to work to score.
You're very prideful. Is it hard to accept that they're going to make some shots, that they're going to go in, and you go back the next time?
I think it's part of the game, being about understand that the level of talent in the NBA is and it's not just Luka, it's obviously Luka, but a lot of guys and every guy in the NBA can make tough shots. I mean, a lot of guys can score, so you gotta play the percentages sometimes, and that's my mindset. If you play a great defense and the guy makes the shot, it's not the end of the world. You did what you're supposed to do, and let's see if you can do that over and over and over, and let's see how at the end of the game it worked for their team. So it's important for any great defender to not let one bucket discourage you or make you feel like you can guard. It's about, let's see if the guy can do it over and over.
Maybe relatedly, I think they took the second fewest rim shots in the league of any team this year, and so you kind of take that into account and try to be more aggressive in mid-range and perimeter, knowing that they don't usually take those shots, or like kind of Does that factor into your thinking at all, I guess?
We're gonna do what the game needs, and we're gonna do, what we feel like can disrupt the game the most, and and some nights probably going to be different from others. That's what the playoffs are about. Game one, we're going to be totally different than game two, and team's going to make adjustments. So for us, it's really keep doing what we do it at a higher level, and see how it goes.
Have Juancho and Daniel made your life easier on defense?
Yeah, for sure. Just having, guys that are sometimes a little more aggressive, for me, really helps. And I think it helps our team, and it helps setting the tone for everyone else too. When you have someone pursuing like Daniel has been doing and putting a lot of pressure on the ball handler, and the ball handler has to worry about him before worrying about me, and it's a totally different game for me. I can be even better in what I do, because when the guy with the ball is already worried about me, and guys like Luka are really good offensive players, that's what they've been doing over the last few years. So having people that really are aggressive on the ball makes it a lot easier for me.
They're both pretty active rebounders too. That's been an issue where you go over and help and then nobody rebounds. How does that help you?
It's huge. It's huge, and we've been putting the emphasis on, rebounding, team rebounding, but at the same time we choose to not play with multiple bigs on the floor. So that's why it's sometimes you got to pick your poison, and sometimes like people that watch the game and they're like, oh, Rudy should switch and contest the three. Yes, but who's going to grab the rebound? That's because the goal is at the end to once again play the percentages, and sometimes you're going to give up some threes, but at least you're able to secure the rebound, and when they miss you, we can run and get the stop. So I think rebounding is going to be a team effort for sure, and there's going to be some times when I'm guarding on the perimeter, and I got trust in my teammates to fight and get that rebound.
Along those lines, what are the keys for you guys defensively for those times when they do decide to go small and space the floor?
I'll just communicate, do what we do, take pride. 5 guys taking pride in playing defense, and I think we've got a lot better this year than we were last year. Last year we didn't really get put in those situations until the playoffs. This year we got to experiment a lot of different situations, and a lot of teams did that to us during the regular season. Went small, and I really feel like we got a lot better at it as a team.
Finney Smith today said that he hopes that you switch on to him because he thinks you can get up a lot of shots. What's your kind of reaction when you hear that stuff?
It's part of the game. I'm focused on doing what the game needs, and right now what the game needs is for us to guard Luka, and then for the other guys we'll adjust.
What's the key to winning the series?
We're gonna win 4 games, and I think for us to just get better throughout the series. I think stay together, and every game is gonna be different. We know that's what the playoffs are about. Just taking one game at a time, and keep raising our level. And then I think if we do that and we stay consistent in our absolutes, like we say, defensively and offensively. If we keep moving the ball at all times, if we keep communicating on D, and we keep trusting each other, I think we'll be in good shape.